Look at that, there's wee Mambo.
No, that's Big Mambo.
Where's wee Mambo, Will?
Big Mambo's sitting in wee Mambo, look.
Aye. Hey, look, Sook Ferrier, the mouth breather.
Sook Ferrier. Man, could that guy sook. Hubba Bubbas and Bazooka Joes. That boy could get a bubble out of anything.
Oh, baby. Something amusing you. What's the joke here?
Oh, just smiling wryly to myself. It's a barman's thing. You wouldn't understand.
Ah, well, this is a drunken old bastard's 30-year-old thing. You wouldn't understand that either. Yet. So, these three postmodernists are standing at the bar, right?
Hey,
The
Rab.
one says to the other.
Who's this again?
Oh, that's Tonga McIntyre.
Tonga, he was the best athlete in the school. I wonder whatever happened to him.
Did. Alcoholic poisoning.
He could have made it right to the top if it hadn't been for his drink dependency.
Aye, nobody needs to take a 4-pack when they run the 100 yards.
Quite right, two's plenty.
What is going on here? What's going on? Come on. Spit it up, and we will feed it to the dog. Just exactly what is the joke here?
Aye, we don't come in here to be sneered at and ridiculed. We can get that at home.
Well, look at yous. Every Easter he's have this daft reunion. You dress up in these stupid hats and guzzle down the Buckfast. And every Easter there's fewer of yous than there were the year afore. I mean...
You haven't quite cracked a happy landlord routine yet, Norrie, have you?
Mine host. Clive's Barbie.
All right. Just an observation.
Ah, well, here's another one. Empty glasses. Fill them up.
No for me, Rab. I'm not feeling too well.
Your wish is my command. You want a belly like a rubber space hopper? That is your affair.
Well, there's nothing wrong with my belly. I have a 30-inch waist. It's only the fact that I have a bloated liver that pushes my gut out to 46. Cheers, boys.
Cheers, Rab.
You take it from me, by the way. You take it from me. It'll take more than a duff aortic valve and a heed like a swan vesta to keep a Govan man going. Yeah, all right, see, all right. Tell me, as I was saying, these three fellas that stand at the bar, one says to the other, here, you shouldn't be telling sexist jokes like that, you know. And the other...
In the name of God. He's dead.
Says, the bastards might at least have waited on the punchline, you know. Yeah, it was his round to.
Ella, sweetheart, are you feeling insecure?
Hey?
You always fiddle with that locket when you're feeling insecure.
I'm feeling a lot of things sitting here, Jamesie. Insecurity's just one of them. What about shame? Mortification?
But Ella, pet! I mean, I gave up the class reunion to be here. You're the one that's always saying how we need to share more experiences.
Aye, but V-Day isn't actually what I had in mind, Jamesie.
Ella, darling, I mean, don't call it VD. That just cheapens it. What we've got's nicer than that. What we've got's called crabs or thrush shorts.
Shut it! I don't want the whole clinic to know we're rampant with disease.
Next!
Look at the age of these people. It's pathetic.
I know. Such disgusting behaviour amongst the young. At least we had the decency to wait till we were old and bitter before we got a dose of Ella.
Don't you use the word decency in my company. If you hadn't been sniffing around that Rena Converse, we wouldn't be sitting here in the first place.
Wait a minute, that is unfair. I got myself a toilet seat.
Aye. Where was that toilet seat?
In Rena Converse's, but that's not the point. I went round there in all innocence to paper her scullery. I had 3 quarts of juleps, 2 litres of turps.
A bunch of tulips and a bottle of pomade. I saw you from the bedroom window.
So there was pomade, and yes, there may have been tulips yesterday, maybe, but do you have a problem with that? Wait a minute. Are you trying to imply that I went round there with some sort of unsavoury ulterior motive? Because if so, may I say, I find that sad. I find that very, very sad.
And a packet of condoms. She dropped in the kitchen mat as you slinked out the back door.
What may I say? I am disappointed in you, Ella. But man makes one mistake. He succumbs once to temptation.
Once?
Once and once only.
Are you sure?
Cross my heart and hope to die. Ella, angel, would I lie to you?
Next.
That's me.
You here again? We should get you a season ticket.
Shut your dead right. Where should I go, please, nurse?
You kidding? You demurrers in here in the junior doctors.
Good old NHS spirit, eh? Lead on, cleaver face.
In there. Many. There's no 1 in a million of them that's worth the candle, is there?
No. But there's still that 1 in a million.
Of course, Easter is a deeply spiritual time, symbolizing rebirth and regeneration. Now, here we are in the Abbey gardens. You see Brother Frank tending his own colourful little patch. Brother Frank is the most zealous of all the monks. Other than to take confession, not a word has passed his lips since he came down from Glasgow nearly 20 years ago. More devotion soon. First, let's visit the Abbey wine presses and see how we make the tonic brew that has brought good health and innocent pleasure to countless thousands up and down the country.
Sinum, vinum, nere sinum.
What's the verdict, Doctor?
He'll live, Mrs. Nesbitt.
Bastard.
On the other hand, I can't guarantee he'll be the same man you've always known.
Well, at least there's some good news, eh?
It was touch and go for a while, believe me. What I can't understand is how come his drinking chums didn't notice he'd stopped breathing when he choked on his own vomit.
Well, I think the answer to that's quite simple, Doctor. Because they were choking on their own vomit as well.
Perhaps this narrow squeak will have given him a nasty shock. With any luck, your husband will never touch another drop, Mrs. Nesbitt.
Do you really think so, Doctor?
Oh, you take it from me. I've seen them all. Chances are it'll be a very long time before he takes another drink. Let me show you out, Mrs. Nesbitt.
I'll tell you one thing about the National Health Doctor. They just don't train them the way they used to. You know what I'm saying? Cheers.
Will you shut up? You'll be frightening the patients.
I'm a patient and I'm in agony, right? Oh, who's training you people these days? Dino Rod?
It's your own fault. If your organ had me taking fright, I wouldn't have had to chase it halfway up your colon with the forceps.
Can you finish? I mean, is that you done with the bedside manner? Because I wouldn't like to keep you away from your second job with a stun gun up at the abattoir, you know what I'm saying?
There you go. And don't let me catch you back here again.
Aye, all right, I'm gone. Oh, looking at you reminds me. I'll need to buy the wife an Easter egg.
Get it! Next!
With a body like that, you should come in a box wrapped up in silver paper. Oh,
Jamesie! Jamesie!
Rab, are you?
Third bin on the left.
God's sake, Rab, I knew they were short of beds, but I didn't know they were reduced to this.
Don't be stupid. I'm doing a runner here. I've signed myself out.
Is that wise, Rab? See what I hear, you were at death's door.
He just about lost me on the operating table, Jamesie.
He died?
No. I fell off it and rolled under a medicine cabinet. What's it, Jamesie? It was worth it. Formaldehyde.
No, Rab, not that stuff can kill you.
I know.
Govan!
Here, you take that one. I'll get the rest.
You know, the older I get, the more I'm attracted to the church, Mary. I used to come here the odd time with Frank, mind?
Frankie? God, I haven't heard you mention his name in years. You know, when we were at school, I used to think that you two were a dead set to get married.
Frank was different from the others. He treated women with respect. That's what made me think he must be gay. So I dumped him. I often think that was my biggest mistake in life.
Oh, no, Ella. You married Jamesie?
Aye.
Oh, BT, any chance of full glass in here?
Call me a spoil sport. But when you start to lose your stomach lining through drinking hospital paint, stripper, don't you think maybe that's nature's way of saying, oh, lay off a drink?
We are laying off it. We're not touching a drop.
Exactly, we're just drinking wine, see? So get pouring. What are you grinning at now? Is this another wee barman's thing?
No, it's just that you guys have quite a personal interpretation of the word abstinence, that's all.
What you hear, smart ass? Do you think we don't know we've got problems, eh? What are you doing here?
Right, look at that. It's turned a funny colour.
I see it. It's pink, Jamesie. That's the way it looks when they scrape all the fungus and the dirt off it, you know?
It's no funny. I could die of this.
You kidding? The alcohol's going to kill you first.
Aye, and whose fault is that? Whose fault is that? You're the bastard that sells us it.
Oh, don't be like that. I mean, after all, it's like you say, this isn't a real drinking, this is wine. Red wine drinking's religious.
It is?
Aye. See, this gear's brewed by monks, so it's symbolic. In symbolic terms, this isn't wine. It's actually the blood of Christ.
The blood of Christ, eh? Wouldn't you like to see him take a breathalyzer test, eh, Jamesie?
Steady up. Religion is a very delicate subject. Talk like that is
Blast furnace?
That's it. That's blasphemous talk, Rab. You could go in a bad fire with talk like that.
A bad fire? Oh, yeah, a lot of superstitious crap, that's what it is. I mean, look at that. Look at that, man. Look at that.
No, you're going too far. That is Moses reading the Ten Commandments.
That is Big Chuck Heston with a duff perm and a pair of shawls, and
No religious then, Rab?
religious. I will tell you this, boy.
Sorry, Rab. Phone. Tell him.
What's that you've got there?
It's a school football team photo, Rab. The ones with crosses have all croaked it. All that's left is you, me, and Hamshank Frank.
Hamshank Frank. Hamshank Frank fancied Ella. Nay, buggered off for Govan because she chucked him for you.
You know me, Rab. I don't like to gloat, but yes, I did tan his ass.
Listen, Jamesie. Yeah. The only thing that is taking a tanning round here is your essential organs, boy. Jamesie, we're going to have to do something.
Aye, and faster than you think. That's Orkney Street Nick. They're looking for you, pair. Something about a stolen case of formaldehyde.
Hush, Rab. What we need is a miracle.
Well, what are they right here?
Bloody bank holiday traffic. It's a miracle I got up here, it really is. Where do you want your Buckfast?
It's a sign, Nesbitt. Why don't you lie low for a while? Can't you live down south after him?
Sorry, Brother Adam. I just can't eat.
Brother Gideon, what's wrong?
It's him, Brother Frank. He's so unsociable. That aggressive isolation of his is putting me off my repast.
Brother Frank has been with us for some years, Gideon. Indeed, he is one of the most devoted of our brethren. The fact that he chooses to be isolated does not mean that he's being aggressive.
You're right, Brother Adam. I apologise for my lapse of faith.
Accepted, Brother Gideon. Eat your supper.
The place where they make Buckfast.
We worship you, O great place of Swally. We worship you, O great place of Swally.
Rab,
We were.
you're a monk. A dirty, big monk.
It's you.
All right, pal. Good day for the monking, eh?
Well, what's he?
I don't know, just give him some monk part, you know, King of Kings, Geoffrey Hunter and that.
That was Tab Hunter.
Just say something, will you?
Greetings. We are pilgrims. We come from a land far, far away. A land of heather and misty mountains and men with diseases of the willy. Hello would have done.
Pilgrims, eh? And tell me, what do you hope to find here?
Well, my pal here is actually looking for a miracle, so if you could maybe point us in the direction of the fairy grotto and he can maybe slip a wee bit of the holy water or touch the hem of a robe or something, you know. I'll just kind of lurk about the gift shop until he is cured.
Well, you could always try the obvious remedy.
What's that?
Prayer. Alleluia, vita nova est.
Look at it, eh? Alton Towers for the pass. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like most people, you know. I could tolerate the church if it wasn't for the church goers. For the tweed coats, Honda Civics and sanctimonious expressions. Mind you, I don't suppose the Godfellas exactly cock a hoop about the situation here, you know. Or the sure-faced grannies with double gussets cluttering up his living room, you know what I mean? No offence, Dolly. Just a hard time getting home, really, isn't it? I hope this wine travels well, eh? Not that it's got much of a journey, you understand. Just from my epiglottis to my belly button. Religion's fairly cheered him up, eh?
Forgive me, Father, for I am a bad man. I have sinned.
How have you sinned, my son?
Well, although I am married, I have always been some man with a bench, you know. However, this has caused my dear wife some distress, especially since many years ago she chucked a bloke that loved her for me.
That's a terrible tale, my son, but it's one to which I can relate. Many years ago, before I became a monk, I too was much in love with a woman that left me for another man. I always swore to revenge myself on him. His name was...
Jamesie. Jamesie, she says. You had better change your ways.
Oh, I adored that woman. I loved her. I put her on a pedestal. Her name was...
Ella, says I. You had been better off marrying that numpty, seeing as how you still wear that stupid locket of his around your neck.
Tell me, how is Ella?
Oh, not too good, actually, since I gave her a dozy of a clap. And she's forgave me for that. However, it's a drink she doesn't like. She says if I don't chuck it, she'll chuck me. Father, what can I do? Father?
Let's talk about it, Jamesie.
Frank!
Holy ham shank, Frank. No hard feelings, eh, Jamesie?
Oh, no. Forgive and forget, you know me, Frankie.
Good. Let's bury the hatchet then, Jamesie. Over a wee drink, eh?
Wonderful atmosphere in the place, isn't there, Brother Abbey?
Yes, it's so tranquil. I'll rise and go now and go to Innisfree. For a small log cabin built there, of sticks and wattles made. And I will have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow. It drops...
Oh, you dirty bastard! Look here, put your sandals! You just about crucified my bloody nadgers there.
So sad. Even in an abbey, you can't escape the hooligan element.
Could I ask you to move on, please? I'm afraid we don't permit drinking in the abbey grounds.
Don't permit drinking?
The grounds are for all of us to enjoy. People like you spoil everything.
People like me? Listen, you hearing me, lady. If it wasn't for people like me, there wouldn't be any bloody abbey grounds. I mean, what do you think is propping this place up, eh? God's love? No, it is a sea of bloody alcohol.
I think you're rather overstating your case.
Oh, is that a fact? Is that a fact, brother? Now, you listen here to me. I am an alkie, right? I drink your hooch. Eh, so does every alkie in Scotland. In fact, there is more Buckfast sold where I come from, boy, than Bibles. And it is that dosh that is paying for this gaff here. You should be selling icons of us in that bloody gift shop of yours, eh? Burst livers on a cross! Saint Cirrhosis of the sacred swallow! For ye, verily, it is shite like me that is fertilising your hallowed ground, brother.
I think you'd better leave.
Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I'm going. Just as soon as I get my pal out of Disney World there. Cotter, come on. Let's get out of here. There's only so much shite and onions a man can swallow. Well, either the angels has taken him, or he is back on the swally. Call me a cynic, but I know what one I'd choose. Whoa, a sign.
Don't worry yourself, Belle. I'm sure Jamesie will turn up.
Don't say that, Mary. I'm just starting to get excited. That's the galling thing about a marriage licence. There's no loss or theft clause. At least if a motor's a write-off, you get a chance to change it.
Yeah, but can I say gosh after him, eh? He could take Jamesie for a joyride in that bike of his.
You'll not be having much joy riding Cotter these days, eh, Ella?
Shut it, you! Hello? Rab? Where are you? Buckfast? Where the hell's that?
Let me speak to him, Mary. Hello, Rab. Is Jamesie there?
Oh, aye, he's here, Ella, he's here. But before I put him on, I think there's something you should know.
I'm no coming out.
Shut it, you. You'll never guess what's happened, Ella. Jamesie met an old flame of yours down here, a fella called Frank. Well, one thing led to another, and the upshot is...
I'll tell her. Ella, I'm a monk. He made me sign monk forms. And he says that if I chuck the monking, he's going to put a curse on me. Ella, what can I do?
You've got to hand it to him, Sam, haven't you? I mean, you have. You know, I mean, some fellas get drunk and end up with a tattoo or something. Not Potter, not Jamesie boy. Govan!